Hi folks, hope you're doing well. It's 16 minutes. Sorry, correct that. I got the clock around the wrong way. It's 10 minutes past 4. The reason why I said 16 is because obviously it's 24-hour clock. So it's just gone 10 past 4. There you go. On the 4th of June 2020. There you go. Sorry, brain is preoccupied with a few other things. Mainly the thing to talk about. Yeah. This video will be called The One. I've done videos before. One I did on the 10th of April called The One or Not the One. And I did one the other day called Your Name Hurts. That was yesterday. Yeah. But this one sort of is with that as well. I was speaking to God about the whole thing yesterday also. Yeah, you have relationships where it's wrong, where one of the people is really trying to change the other person. Nagging them. Usually it's seen as a woman doing this, but it's not always a woman doing this. It can be the man as well. But if you're in a relationship with the one that God has for you, you won't need to nag them. All it'd be, and it'd be them with you, you with them, it'd be a bit of fine tuning. Only fine tuning that would be needed. None of us are perfect, so none of us are really perfect for each other. But some of us are made for each other in a sense that what we're passionate about is the same. What drives us is the same. And of course, being with someone who has the same thing that drives them, the same thing that they're passionate about, the same thing that is their life, and all that they are is about that one thing. If you had the same or something very, very similar, then you're more likely to get along. You're more likely to be able to work together. And that's the way God does it. It's like the lady that I like. It's gone back a while now. I haven't seen her for quite a while now. It's about 3 months now. And even then, it was only about 2 minutes worth. But that I could see. She has that desire for God. She has that desire for the Holy Spirit and to be walking in the Holy Spirit. And to me, bang, that was it. That was all I needed. So I can see that. I can see this person is a lovely person, someone full of love. Yeah. Very beautiful. But the most important thing is that her relationship with God. Not where it is, but where she wants it to be. And you can see that in that 2 minutes, or less really, less than 2 minutes, I saw her singing on her knees, singing to God in this room full of people. It was just her and God. She wasn't at the front. You have people at the front. They like to do all that sort of stuff because they like to be noticed. No, she was at the back. She was at the back. And so, okay. Like that. Yeah. Although I'm not the same. There was a recent thing where she was doing a bit of worshipping, sort of leading the worship sort of thing. And me, no, I can't do that. That's not me. I love to worship, but I'm a private worshipper because for me, I lose it when I worship. When I worship properly, I'm too emotional. Yeah, I can't sing. properly because of the fact that I just get too emotional. And so, as a worship leader, that is useless. You don't want that as a worship leader. Because your job as a worship leader is to get those people out there doing that. Yeah. It's not about you, it's about them. And so, me as a worship leader, it just wouldn't work. Yeah. I can sing a tad. Yeah. I know a lot of the songs. I certainly know a lot of the songs that I like. I don't know the songs necessarily that they do. Certainly in churches, I know really none of the songs. I don't really want to know any of them either. Not any churchy sort of songs. Can't stand them. But yeah, I think she'd love those sort of songs. I think she'd love any songs singing to God. Really. I mean, not me. No. Anything churchy just puts me off straight away. Don't like it. Just don't like it. Oh, there. But anyway, yeah. Might get back to the point. Yeah. That person for you, it would just be some fine tuning because they wouldn't be absolutely perfect. You wouldn't be absolutely perfect. But for each other, you'd be nigh on perfect. And although in the one of your name, I said that, one of the best things you can do as a couple would be to give the person you love pleasure. That would be, if you're talking about alone time, then yeah, that would probably still be the fact. What you could do as a couple, obviously serving God as a couple would be far greater. Seeing people set free, seeing people delivered, seeing people healed, together as a couple, working that, being used by God together as a couple would just be incredible. Absolutely. But one thing I understood just before doing this video, which is why I was doing it, which is why I said, okay, I can add to that now. And I said to God, I have no idea really how a relationship like that would be because I've never had one. I can only imagine. And I think what I imagine is probably nowhere near what it would be. Not in its totality. I mean, beautiful is an understatement of fact. And I think a relationship like that would be very healing, certainly for me. I think a lot of the stuff I have with regards to rejection would be gone. I think it's pretty much gone already, but there's a bit of there is still some stuff there. Yeah. Well, certainly the idea of loss. Yeah. Even with my dogs, knowing that they're going to pass is a tough thing. Whenever I really think of that, that's tough. That's something that I find difficult to cope with. So. But yeah, I believe a relationship with someone who is one for you is going to help to deal with all these sort of things. Yeah. Even with regards to the dogs, I have a plan. Yeah, it's not ideal. The only ideal thing you could do would be that they wouldn't die. But that's not a possibility. They don't have long lives, unfortunately. Yeah. 15 to 20 years maximum is what they're going to have. Often less. So, yeah. But I know, yeah. My plan with them, I've said it a few times on other videos, is that when Mollie has her last litter of pups, I will keep a female. Then when Amber has her last litter of pups, I will keep a female. Now I get a male from God knows where, from somewhere. I'd probably have to travel some distance to get one. Because I want to make sure that they're not related. And then I've got their puppies. And in the future, 6 years down the line, I would have one of their grandchildren as well. So you're looking at 10 collies I would have in the end. And then as the older ones pass, I've still got the younger ones that need lots of love and attention, and they would help me to get past that loss. That was the idea. The plan there was for that, and yeah, I think that will be the case. That's the hope. That is the hope, because it'd be lovely in the future. Because then you don't really lose. I wouldn't really lose Mollie, Chewie, or Amber, or any of the others, because I would have relations to them. It's like the hope will be to have Riley mate with Amber, so that I've got one of Chewie's. Which, I mean, to be honest, Riley's Chewie's son. So if he mates with Amber, and then I keep one of Amber's last, that puppy is related to Chewie, to Riley, and to Lucy, and to Amber. To 4 of them. That one pup is related to 4 of my dogs. So through that one pup, I've got some of the DNA of Lucy, Chewie, Riley, and Amber. So part of them is in that pup, which is beautiful. And of course, Mollie's one will be, part of Mollie and Chewie. So that's the idea there. But so I know that relationship, at the moment, I just have to be patient. Simple as that, which is not something I'm very good at. I'm not in any way, shape, or form. I'm not the most patient person. It's like even today, I took the dogs for a walk in an area where there was a big field, and parked the car in the car park. Couldn't get the dogs out because there was a lady with another dog, and that lady was taking her time. that's one way to put it. She saw me standing by the car. She must have seen the dogs in the car. She probably realised I was waiting for her to get out the way so I could get my dogs out. Boy, did she take her time. So even then, even when she started to go off, she didn't really go off because she hit the ball for the dog, then stayed where she was for the dog to win the ball back. Then she walked a bit again. So, it's like, come on, woman, move. I mean, I looked at the woman, I'm thinking, excuse me, I don't know how old you are. I'm 50 and I can walk. I can walk a decent distance with my dogs. What is the matter with you? You're walking as if you're 80. You're nowhere near that age. So, yeah, patience. No, I haven't got any. I'm not very good at patience. So, yeah. Yeah. Just got to be patient with that stuff. Yeah. Well, realistically speaking, this, thing, the meeting I go to where this lady attends sometimes. She doesn't attend every week, so that can be tricky. I want to see her, but then she's not there, so yeah. But I decided to start paying my tithe, and of course I pay my tithe there, so I've got the money in my wallet to pay, but I can't pay because of the fact that they're not meeting. That's not helpful. So yeah, there's loads of reasons why, and then it's even more annoying with regards to patience that England is starting to open things up now. I'm in Scotland, and the Scottish minister in charge, Sturgeon, has basically now saying that we're now at the point where England was at 3 weeks ago. Yeah. She could have dealt with things. I mean, we know up here. The reason why it's annoying, because the fact up here, most of the cases up here, and certainly the most 95% of the deaths up here, have all come from care homes, where the people who have suffered the most of that sort of situation, where they're vulnerable and they're old, and unfortunately the virus has got them, but most of the other people it hasn't. So, but now this lady in charge has decided, because she now knows someone who's got the virus, that she wants things to be taken a lot more seriously now, because it now affects her. So it's like, okay, we could be looking at another 2-3 weeks now. Even the schools up here in England, apparently they're going back to school now. Up here in Scotland, August, kids are going back to school. August. They normally go back in September anyway, after the summer holiday. Crazy business. Absolutely blinking insane. Just mad. As I say, it's stupid. They'd be going back to school a week earlier than they originally would if they were having a normal summer holiday. I mean, that is insane. Why even bother going back a week earlier? Just go back in September, a week later, when you normally start the next year's term. How stupid is that? I mean, certainly older kids who are sort of 13, 14, 15, 16, they should all go back to school, because of the fact that with them, if you say to them, try and keep within a 2-meter gap between you, they're more likely to be able to do that. Little kids, no. You tell them to keep a 2-meter gap, they wouldn't understand what you're talking about, and it's not really going to work so easily with them. But there's no reason why older children couldn't go back to school. It'd be great for them. They would probably love it to a certain degree, because they get to see their friends again. They get to get out of the house as well. Especially those, if you're learning over Zoom or whatever, you'd probably prefer to be in an actual classroom learning, rather than do it over Zoom, which can freeze because it's the internet. If you haven't got a great signal, which up here in Scotland, a lot of areas don't have good signals. So they'd be far better off being at school. But they're not going to do it until August, which is really stupid. I don't understand it. Then again, I never understand politicians. No. But that do. As I say.